I watched 37 Make Money Online videos this week, and every single one of them was missing the most important piece to the puzzle. While most gurus are pushing things like SMMA, dropshipping, and affiliate marketing, I discovered that most beginners fail for that exact reason. They're building businesses instead of building skill sets first. In 2021, I was a broke college student watching TikToks of people flexing their Lamborghinis on me. But instead of copying their business model, I uncovered what they were actually doing behind the scenes to make their money. It's called becoming a scaling operator, and it's exactly how I went from complete zero to making over $50,000 in a single month, and at the age of 21. In the next 10 minutes, I'll share with you the solution that changed my life, all while my friends were all still taking their finals in college, and I'll share with you why it's the only realistic path for a beginner in 2025. So let me take you all the way back to 2020. I was sitting inside of my college dorm during the COVID era, scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through YouTube, scrolling through Instagram, watching these young guys like show off their lifestyle and show off their cars and watches and all this stuff, and it really pissed me off. I mean, I was working my ass off in college. I was taking all these classes. I was lifeguarding for minimum wage at that point. And these guys really seemed no different from me. And they were making so much more money than me. In fact, they were even making more money than my parents or more money than doctors. So I did what anyone would do. I started some of these businesses and I began looking into how to make money online. And that's when I fell into the trap that 99% of beginners do when they first look into make money online. I tried drop shipping and I wasted some money there. Then I did affiliate marketing and I actually made a little bit of money, but it wasn't anything stable or consistent. I even looked into SMMA, copywriting, day trading, you name it. But here's the problem with these business models that nobody ever talks about. In order to make these business models work, you have to be good at something first. Dropshipping requires you to be really good at finding winning products, running paid ads or whatever. SMMA, you need to learn how to get clients and then actually retain these clients by getting them results. Affiliate marketing, you need to be really good at ads or creating an audience on social media. But as a beginner, for me, I wasn't good at any of these things yet. And that's the critical piece that 99% of Make Money Online videos, they miss this. On top of that as well, I encountered a pretty dark realization at the time. I realized that despite all of these people saying to go do day trading or to go do affiliate marketing or SMMA or whatever their business model that they said was the best was, they all ran the same exact business behind the scenes. They created content on social media selling some sort of course or coaching program. But there was a problem. I couldn't do that either. I didn't have any life experience. I was 19 years old. I didn't have any skills or anything like that I could even sell. Who would want to buy from me? And that's when I discovered the back door into this industry that completely changed everything for me. Instead of creating my own info product business or my own business for that matter, instead what I can do is I can help an existing one grow and take a percentage of the revenue that I generate. This is what I call in 2025 being a scaling operator. And it sounds kind of complex, but it really isn't. You see, the online education industry is projected to hit $87 billion this year, and it's expected to nearly double over the next 5 years. What this means is that there's going to be an influx of people starting their own coaching businesses, courses over the next couple of years. I mean, can you blame them? It's clearly a great way to make money online. But what this means for you is that there's going to be an increase in these people, and these people are going to need your help. Just like anything in life, when a bunch of people start doing something, there's going to be people that suck at it. And here's a little bit of a secret. Most info product businesses do a terrible job at multiple things. They do a terrible job converting attention into sales calls, and then they do a terrible job converting sales calls into money. As an operator, you go into these businesses and you help fix these problems. And you can even think of it like the gold rush analogy. Most beginners are trying to mine for gold. They're trying to create their own business. Instead, you can be the smart person that sells the shovels to the people trying to start their own business. And the best part is, it might sound a little bit complicated, but you don't need any skills to get started. Because the way it works is you build the skills while you're getting paid. So in the beginning, you start to get to work, you make a little bit of money, then you're going to learn skill sets, which is going to allow you to make more money. And you're going to keep using that and spiraling that to get to the top. And I promise you, like, this is where 99% of beginners go wrong. They try to build a business before they have established skill sets. I mean, think about it. Would you try and perform a surgery on somebody before going to medical school? Would you play in the NBA without trying to learn how to play basketball first? Of course not, but this is what 99% of people do in the Make Money Online space. They try to build an SMMA where they're building Facebook ads for people without even understanding how to market properly. They try to create a product before they even understand why people buy things in the first place. They try to build a team before they even know how to manage themselves. The solution is really simple, but it's not easy, but it's very, very simple. Build skills first, then build a business. And the fastest way to start building skill sets is to go in and work with somebody who already has the business that you want. In a second, I'm going to share with you exactly what you need to do step by step, but just to kind of get an idea of my story and how it worked for me, I started off by learning one super simple skill, which is the skill of appointment setting. This is where you go in and work with a business owner, and then you take the people that are following them, you create conversations with them, and then you book them in for appointments, aka setting appointments, appointment setting. My first month I made about $400, which was decent, but it wasn't life-changing by any means. But it gave me enough confidence and proof of concept for me to be able to go all in with this stuff. By month 2, I was making about $3,700. And then what I started doing is I started acquiring more skill sets. I studied sales, I studied marketing, I studied delivery, I studied how to build tech and systems. And over the course of 8 months, I went from the person that started off with a business model that was super easy to learn, which was appointment setting. It's the best way to get into making money online. And very quickly after that, I started acquiring skills, I started working on better offers, and I started making more money. And about 8 months after that, I hit my first 10K per month. But here's where it gets really interesting. After making 10K per month, I was making a lot more money for the people that I was working with. Because usually as an appointment setter or doing some sort of sales, you're getting paid on commission. So if I was making 10K per month, I was making the clients that I was working for at least like 50, 100, 200K per month. What I did is I started taking the results that I got my first couple clients, and I created a framework and a system around it. Then I used that framework to go and rinse and repeat the process for 5 to 10 coaching businesses every single month. At this point, instead of just doing appointment setting or closing, I was now responsible for building an entire growth strategy. Instead of just doing appointment setting or closing, I was responsible for marketing, ads, content creation, copywriting, building sales teams, building teams in general, building tech, automation systems, reminders for appointments, automations, etc. And this is how I ended up scaling to a record month of $55,000. And again, the beauty of being a scaling operator is you can start with one skill and build from there. So to recap, the progression that I followed was starting off as an appointment setter, then moving on to being a growth strategist, then becoming a scaling operator. If you're very familiar with the appointment setting industry, a lot of people go from becoming an appointment setter to becoming an appointment setting manager, where you're managing an entire sales team, and then going out and building an actual full force agency where you're a scaling operator. And the reason this actually works so well is you start off with one skill that's very simple to learn, where you can just get your foot in and start making money. And then over time, you're advancing yourself more and more. You're learning more high level stuff. You're doing more work. You're working with more people. You're building connections, and you're moving up the ladder that way. What most people do though, is they try and start a business from the start. And there's a reason why 80% of businesses fail in their first year. Now, I'm not saying that you should never start your own business. In fact, I think just about everybody watching my channel should eventually start their own business. But there is a right time and a wrong time to start a business. The wrong time is when you have no skills, no real world experience, and no money. And the right time is when you have a bunch of skill sets that you've battle tested over the course of a couple of years, you have a ton of experience, and you have enough money. Instead of building a business, if you become a scaling operator first, it gives you the opportunity to still make money, still get all the freedom that you want, all the money that you want, without taking on any of the risk of actually building your own business. At the same time, you're going to be working with businesses that are making a lot more money than you. And so as a byproduct, you can see the ins and outs of how they run their business, so that you can eventually do it yourself. So there you guys have it. This is the solution that 99% of Make Money Online videos never talk about. The reason they never talk about it is because they just want to sell you their course or their coaching program and just make money off of you and never care about you actually seeing results or making money or changing your life. This is the exact same path that I took while I was a freshman in college that eventually ended up dropping out of college, working as a lifeguard, to the point where I am today. And it's the path that can work for you, even if you're starting with no skills or no prior experience. If you're serious about making this stuff work, I run a one-on-one coaching program where I help young men go through the exact same process that I went through and that I shared with you in this video. And the best part of that is I've already done this for dozens of young men who are just like you. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, you can book a call with myself in the link in the description, and I can see, based on where you're at right now in life, if it's a good fit for us to work together. And if not, or if you're not ready for that yet, check out a bunch of other videos on my channel first. You can scope me out. You can see if I'm a good guy, if I'm legit, and all that stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.